Dilly dilly. Welcome to the Comedy Writers Roundtable. A look inside the comedic writing process for professional comedians in the town of Bend, Oregon. With us today, we have our three guests, Liam, Nico, Addison, and myself, Billy. Each comedian has brought one joke that they are working on, and what we will do is they will perform it for us, and then we will take turns rating it, roasting it, and also providing input on how it might be better. So, and the topic of today is social media, jokes about social media. So first up, welcome to the stage, Liam Gibler. If we can, is that okay?
Am I being welcomed to the stage right now?
Yeah.
Welcome!
Dilly.
Dilly dilly!
Okay. Cheers.
Play me a diddle.
Yeah, thank you, my liege.
Dilly.
Man. I'm still looking at the period blood jokes. They're just like scrawled into the back of this. I can't find the real one. Let's see. A coworker of mine has been super supportive of me on social media. She reposts whenever she sees me doing anything important, doing comedy with a caption like, "Look who's killing again," or like, "Liam's got a great show," which is an amazing level of support for someone who's never seen me do stand-up. Do you have any idea what kind of risk she's taking by assuming I'm not just saying terrible stuff up there all the time? Imagine she reposts a show of mine, and her followers are just like, "Wait, isn't that the guy who says babies cause cancer?" Like, doesn't he have a bit where he approaches pregnant women and tells them that their infants are causing melanoma? Like, why is she excited about that? In the picture she posted, she had red hearts and exclamation points.
Wow.
Yep, so that's my first one.
Woo! Good job.
Did you really say all those things?
What do you mean? No, it's just, that's part of the premise work, because I'm trying to come up with something that's like offensive, but not, like that I could have said, but that's not really offensive.
Okay.
So I was like, babies causing cancer is weirdly offensive, but not actually offensive.
Yeah.
I know, but you should make a joke about that, because that might be really funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think these you have to believe these things a little bit, like in your bits. That way, it's like you're just selling yourself. It's like the thing, like, oh, you do stand up, that's great. But then once they hear what you're talking about, it's like, oh, that's horrible. Why are you?
Right.
Yeah, I actually really like that bit. I really like it, especially if you can like sell it. You're just like, yeah, I don't know why she thinks that, because I am this and I'm that. Yeah, it's kind of like the nervous energy, but the purposeful nervous.
Right.
You're like,
Totally.
So you start throwing out those wacky bits.
Yeah.
Like that like almost make no sense, but like really outlandish still.
yeah.
Which is hilarious.
I think it'd be cool if you even tried like doing like a face, practice or just test it out with audiences. If you like make a face at the end of them, or like, or
Yeah.
Yeah.
because sometimes I notice if I make certain facial expressions, it'll make the audience like really like.
Yeah.
Like add
Yeah.
something really physical to it.
Yeah.
What are your go-to facial expressions if you feel yourself losing the audience?
Oh, I stand there and like just like it'll just be like
That works usually.
sometimes,
Yeah.
or I'll pause and I'll look at somebody who I know has been having a good time,
Mhm.
Yeah.
and I'll be like.
Yeah.
And I'll like look at them and I'll be like, you get it? Do you get it? And they'll be like, I get it. And then I'll look at somebody who's not having a great time and I'll just be like, but not as long,
Right.
and
Yeah.
A good way to respond to someone who like isn't laughing, I feel like, is like, "Did you not hear that one?" And they're like, "No, I did." And I'm like, "Oh, because I think that was the perfect joke, so I don't know."
yes.
You didn't. Oh yeah.
Sorry.
Nothing's better than being an audience member and then being punished for not thinking
Yeah.
material's funny.
I think if everyone else is laughing though, then you can have the crowd on your side at that
Yeah,
point too.
yeah.
So it's not like you're just like picking on someone. There's other people in the crowd who aren't laughing who are like, "Oh,
Oh,
Yes.
that's kind of mean."
Oh yeah. If
Yeah.
you can pull off fake confidence, but the audience knows it's fake confidence, that is like,
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
because it's not like nervous, like please laugh at my jokes. It's like, well, that was kind of the perfect joke, so yeah.
I've been practicing like the physicality of that. Like I've literally been practicing grabbing the mic stand just so I can do it slower,
Yeah.
and it really like grabs control of the audience when you do that, you know.
I want to be better at like just like talking into the mic like while it's in the standstill and kind of just like slowly like rolling it around or whatever and like pulling it off and like still holding on to it because you do that all the time.
Yeah.
Like, you just like rest your arm on it, but
Right. And lately I've been doing this thing where I've been hanging my jacket on it. I've been
Yeah.
taking time to do that. And like there's something about them waiting 20 or 30 seconds to hear you speak that they're like, oh, this guy, you know, he's in control of the situation.
Yeah, sometimes I fantasize about like, you know how boy bands will drop a mic, catch it with their foot, and bring it back up there.
Like
And-
Spider-Man, like in the original Spider-Man.
Well, I
movie.
want to do that, but I
Yeah.
can't come up with a joke where that's necessary. You know what I mean?
Dang. Dang.
To the punchline.
also it's snowing so
Oh, wow.
hard right now.
We live in California. It's coming down.
Yeah, they've just discovered the first new season of theirs in California. Winter, hey.
Hey.
Yeah, it is a blizzard outside.
That's right.
We're in Bend, Oregon.
We're gonna have a white Christmas.
Not in the connotation Liam thinks. Oh, no, it's because we're in Bend.
That's right.
Yes.
Yeah. All right.
All right,
Okay.
should we rate Liam's joke? I
I
really
tapped.
Yeah, I tapped it.
I tapped that joke.
I give it a 6. I'm gonna give it a 6.
Wow.
Wow, okay.
That was a little loud.
I'm just saying, like, there's a lot of jokes out there. We gotta leave room for a 10. You know what I mean?
True.
A true 10,
True. Okay.
a true dime.
We can. I feel like we can never give away a true 10 though, because then that means there's no joke that's better than that.
Right.
I think we could give
We
away.
could give away 10.
Every once in a while, there's several dimes in the world.
There would have to be like.
It's
yeah.
like a strike. I think we should give away 10s as often as strikes happen in bowling.
Yeah, but like professional bowlers, they get strikes constantly.
No, amateur bowling.
Yeah.
As much as it happens in amateur bowling.
No, like when my first grade cousin.
Yeah.
plays.
Okay. Okay.
7.4. Yeah, it was throwing up a little higher.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I definitely give it 3 awkwards out of 4 awkwards.
3 out of 4.
Yeah.
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 I honestly, I think that was like a 7.5.
Yeah.
I mean, I give a lot of jokes 7.5, but like, it has so much there.
Yeah.
It could be a 9.
Yeah.
Mm.
Easy.
I'd say that with a lot of things. It wasn't a bomb. It was a good joke.
All right.
Most
Thank you,
importantly.
thank you.
No,
Yes.
I didn't want you to think I thought it was a bomb either. I think a 6 is a very fair score.
I think that, yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
I can see that.
I'm going harsh on my grading. I
Good.
watched the first podcast. I think we got to harsh
Sure,
on it a
yeah.
little bit.
Okay.
That's fair.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, was there any? Let's see. What was the advice? Or did we already do that?
Yeah, with the
So-
nervous energy.
Nervous energy. We said add more physicality to it, and then, yeah, just
Yeah,
playing
physicality.
to the reality to it of it, right?
Yeah. The reality of it's like were you interacting with the audience maybe like.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know me? You don't know me, you know?
Oh,
Yeah.
That's right.
Yes.
Okay.
Because
Yeah.
if you can get an audience member in on it, that they're like, hey, I don't know you, and then you're like having a moment.
Yeah.
I don't know. All right. I guess I can go up next.
That'd be great for me.
All right.
Be great. Yeah, sure.
Awesome.
Dilly dilly.
Billy.
Dilly dilly.
Do you need
All right.
the
The topic was it's still going.
This
Oh
one?
yes.
This
You
one.
want the sword? You need
You
the
are right.
sword.
Yeah.
Your sword side.
My sword.
Saya.
So the topic was social media. I think social media is a lot like my family. Snapchat, for instance, is like my tweaker cousin who every once in a while when he's around, he'll be like, hey kid, come look at this. It's meth. I got meth. Don't tell anyone. Yeah. Facebook is a lot like my siblings because I wish they also didn't exist. I think the world would be a lot better if they also weren't around. Snaps for that. Someone else can relate. Yes. Instagram, I think, is a lot like either my dog or my stepmother, because they're too distracting. And no, I was lying a bit there. I don't have a dog. Yes. And TikTok is also my tweaker cousin because he too also steals my personal information and sells it to the Chinese. So that's my joke about social media. Dilly dilly.
Dilly dilly.
Dilly.
Really covered all the bases there. That was good. That was good.
Yeah, I liked it. covered all the bases.
Okay. I know. I'm like,
I like what you said about that.
I have an issue with, I think, trying to be too clever versus funny.
Right.
So always my first draft of a joke is always just clever but not funny, and then I try to like just make it more absurd. Oh, I had a joke. Oh, I had a part about Reddit. I forgot the part about Reddit.
Tell us.
Say it here, yeah. Let's hear it.
Reddit is like my neighbor across the street because he won't stop watching me get dressed in the mornings.
Wait, what is that?
Just completely absurd.
Is that a thing with Reddit?
Reddit people are known for being a certain way.
For,
If you aren't on Reddit.
for like watching it. Right. Yeah, I think going through all the apps was a good choice. You know, and you can, and I almost wondered. So you have the tweaker comparison. It's like, well, what if it was like a different? Each one was like a different drug. You know, like a drug. You know, like
Oh, yeah.
You know.
Oh yeah, like my cousin on meth.
Right.
My cousin on.
Right. Or like Facebook could even be like heroin, right? Because it makes you so sleepy. You know, it's where you're going to die. I don't know.
The Facebook would be like ketamine. He's like, this is where all the Florida cousins, or like, all the Florida cousins are on there. I don't know.
Yeah. It's like, yeah, or it's what's a OxyContin. Florida, Facebook's like OxyContin because my grandparents were on there. I don't know.
I think really smashing those two ideas together would make a good bit. Like, social media is just like drug users, and then every time they're switching back between one social media line, drug dealer line, drug dealer
Yeah.
line. Right.
I'm really for that. I'm really pro-drug.
Yeah, pro drug joke. Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah. Well, it was how all the apps are like all your family members.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I like that comparison. I think just making that a smoother comparison in the beginning, like why are they, like, because you don't hang out with your family anymore, you're just hanging out on your phone, so it's like your new family. You could do that, or I don't know.
Oh, that's a good intro, honestly, because you're like, they're like my family. They're like my new family. I don't hang out with my normal family anymore. I hang out with these apps.
And then you'd be like, but they're just like my old family.
Yeah,
but
ooh.
and then I was also thinking when you did the thing about the Instagram being you could be like, or no, not Instagram, Facebook. You'd be like, Facebook's like your brother that tries to change his name but never catches on.
Oh yeah, with Meta.
Yeah.
Oh shit,
Yeah.
that's a good one. Like your cousin, either your brother, or like your cousin Vinny, that changed his name to.
He's like, hey, call me Meta now.
Yeah, call me Meta. Ooh, that's a good one. Call me Meta now. It's like,
It's
no,
like,
you're
everyone
still,
knows you as Facebook.
Yeah, you're still Vinny. You stupid. Yeah. Try not to swear. Oh, that's a good angle. All right.
I give that a 7.5. I like.
That's
It was better.
dude.
Sorry, that's why we rate them. We're saying these ones are
We
better.
each have our own. We each have our own
For
rating scales.
potential?
Yeah.
For potential, maybe. I don't know if in delivery it was as. I don't think it was better than mine in delivery. I think for the potential it might be better. I'm surprised you gave him a 1.5 higher than me.
You know, I think Liam's delivery
I
was,
thought you
was
might be.
shit. No. I know it's fine.
I'm scared to give my rating now because I was gonna give it an 8 too.
All right,
I was
guys.
just like,
Why
damn.
am I here? We're gonna be like this to me, man. But all right.
I just liked it after hearing them like back and forth with like other bits too, and then the Reddit part.
Sure.
And then the meta part.
Mhm.
I think the meta bit would be really funny.
Hell yeah.
Right.
So
that
good,
part's
yeah.
good. Also,
Yes.
you cover all the bases, and
Okay.
yeah.
I do think that came after the performance of it, though. Are we rating based
Yes.
on performance, or are we rating
Rating
based
on-
on what we've come up with? Because that's also like a different thing, you know?
Either one. I think we should. Yeah, we could rate performance, but then. Yeah. But then I love the giving people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
advice.
Right.
I think based on the original delivery, I would call it a 7-8. Cool. Still there. But then after the additions and then possible corrections.
It could be a good one. It could be a real.
That's what I was thinking. I would give it 8 or 9 in terms of potential. I think the delivery was still like kind of getting there. I think so, maybe a 7 there.
Okay.
I also think we could post like something. If you do that on stage and then post it on like all the apps, I feel like that would get a lot of traction because you are talking about social media and posting it on social media.
Yeah, a lot
So-
of buzzwords.
Calling it right now. That's Billy's blow up joke. That's gonna be the one.
Yeah.
All right. Sweet. Let's try it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nico, you want to be next?
Yeah. Sure.
Nico.
I can go this. Okay. No. Yeah.
Yeah.
Delay. All right, dude. So, over here. All right. TikTok. TikTok's a pretty crazy place, right? It's addictive. Recently, I just learned that it's run by the Chinese state. Yeah, dude. Sure. I had no idea. I didn't know if it's like a, all hands on deck thing over there. Like, it's just China doing this, right? And like, if you're China, like, what a flex, right? Like, they're like, we're so powerful, we can make like every American 13-year-old do the same dance at once. Hell yeah. And like, us as Americans, like, we're supposed to be tough on them, And like, Biden's trying to be like, oh, we're cracking down on China, right? Like, Biden's like, I'm gonna get all my shirts made in Delaware. And like, the libs get fired up on that too. And then Trump was like, you wanna know how tough I'm getting? Just no more math. How's that even gonna work, dude? Dirty dog. All right, thank you guys. Woo! Short and sweet. A little unprepared.
Ow, it's good. Ow.
Okay.
Is there a... No, it's not. Oh, this is awkward.
Yeah, that's the new part of the show.
I had a,
So awkward, yes. But yeah, that's
Okay.
easier to cut.
my initial reaction to it is I liked how you did, because it's a political joke on both sides. You know?
Yeah.
And I feel like you could run both ways even more, right?
Yeah.
So you got Biden, Trump. You could even do, I guess, other like famous or well-known people from both parties, or go to libertarians or whatever. Like, I like the idea, kind of similar to Billy's joke of combining these two things. Like,
Mhm.
all right, TikTok, political parties.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I love the first punchline with what a flex we can get every teenager in America to do the
Yeah,
same
that
dance.
was good.
Yeah.
Great thing. There's got to be a way to get to that punchline a little quicker.
Yeah.
Get to the punchline, and why is China doing that? Like,
Yeah.
you could do something
Ooh.
like on the battle scene, they start playing a song from like a TikTok, and then all the U.S. soldiers start doing the
dancing.
TikTok
Oh!
dance or something.
New
That's smart.
TikTok warfare.
Yeah.
Something like
Oh,
that.
yeah, hey, that's
Yeah, they're
good.
subtly training all of us so that if we ever get in a war with them, yeah.
Or when like a U.S. soldier does kill a Chinese soldier, like he just can't help but go like,
Okay.
on their body and then he gets shot.
yeah, and then they expose themselves because they're clapping or something.
Ooh, that's a funny way to take it.
I don't know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's really psychological, guys.
Yeah.
They're getting in our heads.
And I think getting to it quicker, I think you don't even really have to change anything. You could just get rid of one or two of those lines.
Yeah.
It's like you hear that China's controlling TikTok. They've really just programmed a 13-year-old, right? And you're right there. So I really think that's almost a one-liner.
I messed up a line in there because I'm supposed to be like, oh, like you hear China's like doing this, like it's like not just like this. Oh, I missed a line. The line was it's not like it's like a Chinese Mark Zuckerberg who's doing this too. It's like all of China. Like I don't know if it's all hands on deck, but
okay.
that's what I was trying to say.
Sure.
Yeah,
So,
it would be funny maybe at the end too, because you were saying Biden this, Trump that.
Uh-huh.
If it's like made in America, but like imagine Biden or Trump making their own TikTok dances made in America. Like, what are the TikTok dances made in America? I don't know if that's funny, but like a Trump, like
whatever.
we're building a wall.
Yeah.
We're not doing the dance. We're building a wall. And like,
Building a wall.
Biden's doing the I forgot my keys somewhere. Where's my campaign speech? I don't know.
Sniff the child.
I don't know if that's a funny way to take it. Maybe
No,
it
that's
is.
good. Yeah. Do they have names usually? TikTok dances?
Or
Or they-
some of them, right?
Yeah.
I don't know them because I'm not a big TikToker, but
Okay.
um,
Because I'm thinking there's like a lot of one-liner potential there too. So if you're like, oh, Trump's doing the Mar-a-Lago climb or something,
the Mar-a-Lago gritty.
Gritty.
Oh yeah, the Mar-a-Lago gritty. Yeah.
So, and you could do that with both too. So you
Yeah.
just got a line for each of them.
Yeah.
Ooh,
I like that.
oh,
yeah. Yeah.
That would be so funny. If you found out funny things to say for each. Yeah.
Yeah, and that just gives you like,
Mar-a-Lago gritty.
I mean, you could run with that for several minutes.
Yeah.
just-
Yeah.
Oh,
No,
that could
but
even
the
turn
way
into a
you-
5-minute bit.
The thing you said about the line you didn't say, I like that direction with it, where it's like country unity. Like, when's the last time America did anything together? China's spying on whole other countries together.
Oh,
There's
yeah.
like a 9/11 joke to, like
Yeah.
listen in there for sure.
What could bring us all together?
We need another. No, I'm not.
Fuck that.
Nope. Wait.
Oh yeah, there's something there. there's something there, but that's a good angle too. Dang, dude.
Dude, that'd be crazy. Chinese, TikTok, American politics, and 9/11 just fused together. Like a 5-minute bit.
Oh, yeah.
Holy smokes, that could be a really big bit.
Yeah,
I love this.
I love it.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right,
Politics.
you gotta rate it.
Yeah, what you got?
Definitely.
I don't know.
It was a rough delivery.
Yeah, I will rate it just on pure delivery right now, almost a 4.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
But you know the potential. I love
Oh, the potential is there.
Yeah, I'm gonna go 5.9999.
Not my best.
Not quite as good as some of the other ones we've heard today, but like we've seen some 6s.
I wasn't even a 6, so I was as close as you could get.
Addison wants me to rate him terrible.
I'm
He's
trying to-
trying to
yes,
tell you
yes,
that.
yes.
I think it's a 1
out of spite.
Hey, I just wanted to be whatever.
Hey guys, let's give Liam 1.
Yeah.
Jeez.
I think so. Actually, what I was impressed by, though, I'm gonna give you for performance. I'll give you 6.5 because what I liked is that even though it was a little rocky, it wasn't going. I could tell you were a little flustered.
Yes.
You kept with your confidence. You stood there. You didn't get scared, and so I really respected that. And then I'll give you similar, 8 or 9 for potential. I think there's a lot there.
Thank you, dude. Thank you.
All right.
Just like you guys are like making friends over there, and I'm just spilling stuff.
Forming alliances.
Yeah.
the round table.
The round table. Yeah.
Oh, what would be our knight name? Aren't there like a bunch of knights? Couldn't we be like
Sir
Lancelot?
Gibbler. It's just Sir Gibbler.
Oh, I'll take that too.
Yeah, Sir Gibby. He's Sir Gibby.
Sir spills a lot.
I didn't even spill it though.
Sir Dilly Dilly.
So
Nico.
Yeah, what do you got, guys?
Rico.
Sir Smith.
something related to how you do relationship jokes.
Oh, yeah,
Sir Spiteful.
Yeah.
No, I
Spite.
don't. No, I don't know.
Well, we might have to workshop yours.
Yeah, we'll have to figure one out for me.
All right. Do we want to have last guy? Our last man of the night, Addison. All right, let's go.
Hang on, let me remember my bit for a sec. Here. All right. So we're all using social media, and that's great. We're all typing up a storm. But you know what happens when you're typing is you'll get that autocorrect. And I just don't understand it. I got artificial intelligence, it's the smartest thing ever. I type in he, it's like, do you mean hemoglobin? No, I mean he. And it thinks it's so smart, but then I start trying to cuss, I'm like F-U-C, and then it turns into the biggest idiot ever. It's like, I have no idea where you're going here. I've never seen this word before. I think that just goes to show once robots become, humans with rights, it's going to be a nightmare. Like, once you cuss once, they're going to be like, I've never heard of this word once. What are you telling me? That's it.
Oh, okay.
All right.
That's crazy. That really felt like a joke, just like attacking woke robots.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
The potential of woke robots in the future.
Yeah. Once robots stop recognizing certain hate speech words, that'll be the new way that people speak under. I don't know.
Yeah.
I feel like we're just like this is like the second time we've like almost gone down a little conspiracy hole.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
started like planning a conspiracy theory.
Yeah, right.
Relatable though, right?
Mhm.
Autocorrect. Yes.
Yeah.
I think this is actually maybe this is just my comedy mindset, but I really think I've been thinking about putting these two ideas together with all of our things. And then with yours, I was like what are all of these words that it does autocorrect and why?
Yeah.
And why is it not picking these? And
Uh-huh.
they don't even have to be slurs or anything bad, but like what if it didn't recognize normal stuff?
Yeah,
And,
yeah,
like,
that's
going
good.
down that rabbit
Uh-huh.
hole of both.
Yeah, because it's everybody knows when you try to say the F word, it says duck.
Right.
Yeah.
Autocorrect's a duck, and you're just like, do you think I'm trying to say that? Do you think I'm trying to say 3 times in one paragraph duck?
Well,
Right.
now maybe
Learn some context clues.
maybe Apple's just trying to make the world a better place, you guys.
Right.
No, I think they're pro duck.
I think
they're
they're
pro duck.
They're anti-geese.
Anti everything else. There's pro duck. Oops.
Or that could
It's
be
not
like
okay.
a live sketch. You could just do like a guy that changes every time he says the F word to duck, and just how that impacts his life.
You can. Yeah, sure.
You're gonna have a guy who just like is autocorrect. Like a real life autocorrect. That can be a skit.
What about a character named autocorrect? So it's like everything you're going on stage either in sketch or stand up,
Yeah.
and you're just playing it like you're autocorrect the whole time.
What if you say like, hey, I don't know what's up with my phone, but every time I try to type duck, it types the F word. What's up, guys? Yeah. Just flip it. You know, I don't know what model I got.
That's actually really good.
Yeah. I don't know what model I got, guys. I'm trying to say illness, and it's like idiot, and I'm like and then I say it to my girlfriend, and it's awkward.
Right.
And I'm like,
Oh no,
this
this
on
could
your
be the
period,
bit.
and it
This
goes,
could
are
be-
you a put? Yeah.
This could be the bit.
It's
It
a-
could be about a tall person, right?
Yeah.
And he's like always texting about how he has a ducking problem because he's always running into stuff.
Oh, that's good.
Yes.
And you know he's just trying to look up solutions to having a ducking problem, but keeps autocorrecting to.
And then it's like,
there you go.
dude, is your testosterone up?
Yeah.
I don't know.
What is your
It's-
effing problem?
Sex Addicts Anonymous.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Something that stuck out to me immediately though was when you did he to hemoglobin. I'm thinking like that's a pretty dramatic jump where you really got to address that. It's either got to be a bit about anatomy, like everything's getting autocorrected to anatomy,
Yeah.
or it's got to be a more common word
Mm-hmm.
because it's funny. But then we're like, why do you pick that?
I understood it because I'm learning about hemoglobin right now
Yeah.
in biology. So like I picked up on it.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know what hemoglobin is. I just picked it because I've heard it, and it was a long word.
Well, that's what I'm saying is I think it's funny. I just think that
Yeah,
there's
yeah.
this.
Uh-huh.
It makes us think about it.
Yeah,
Instead of hemo, you could just be like homo.
yeah. Homoglobin.
Yeah. It keeps autocorrecting to just these things that I don't know. I like.
Oh.
you
Switch
like
it
to
up.
open up your set with like you got
Yeah,
the
yeah.
heteros and the homosexuals.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that'd be
You
good.
could like
That'd be a
little-
good side.
little
way.
tie back
Yeah.
to it or call back to it.
Yeah, you could be like, I think my phone is edgy. Why did I get the edgy version of my? I jailbreaked my phone, and now it autocorrects duck to.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. Oh, I don't know if that jailbreaking people would get that.
Oh, it's been a few years, I think, since people
Yeah.
did it. But,
Dude, I missed that.
yeah.
I don't get it. I don't know.
Do you
You ever
remember?
jailbreak your phone?
No, what does that mean?
It was where you can do it, and then you can do all these other things without. I actually
You
forget.
could like pick themes of like your lock screen. It would like completely like redesign it, so it's not just like the icons. It has like
Oh.
cool like things and like textures and like weird like fonts and stuff, and like
Cool.
it was weird.
It's
Yeah.
kind of like if you've ever played a video game where you could download something that changes it, like from another source.
No.
No,
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 I've never done
no.
that.
I just
All
stand
right.
on the path that's in front of me, and I never leave.
You never. There you go.
Speaking of jailbreak, I did just get my buddy out of the Deschutes County prison the other day.
Oh, that's a
What?
difference there.
No,
Oh,
Oh,
Jake broke him out.
broke him
I
out.
thought it was going to be a legendary bail story. You're like,
Yeah, that's kind of weird. Just kidding.
yeah.
Yeah,
Just
wait,
kidding, he's still
just
there.
kidding, guys.
That's like we were talking about when we need a microphone earlier. It's like, oh, I have a microphone. Nah, I'm just kidding. Just throw that out there. See the expression on you guys.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
Pause.
Okay.
Action.
Alright.
Okay. So, yeah. Do we
Want to rate?
want to rate? Oh yeah, let's rate Addison's joke. I would rate it. I would rate it a 5.5 or a 6 as is.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that's fine.
Yeah, but you've heard how I think it could go,
Yeah.
and maybe it could go really well. I don't know.
Yeah. I think with a lot of your ideas, they're really fun. They go in different directions that I don't anticipate, and that's something I
Mhm.
really like about your style. And so I think the same thing. I'm sure you're going to come up with some really great absurd ways for this to go.
All
For the
right.
time being, I'll give you a 6 on it.
All
I was
right.
gonna give you a
Hey,
1.
fair,
Hey, 6.
fair game.
Yeah, cool.
I feel like this is full circle,
Yeah, I'm not going to be a dick to you.
and now we can be friends again.
I keep my rating system consistent, and I'll give you a 7.1 with the high potential. As most of these jokes go, when we get together, I feel like we
Oh, I
come up with some
yeah, for
funny
sure.
stuff.
feel like we have such good ways we could go with things.
If we all just like worked out some jokes together, like just like spent an afternoon doing it, we could probably come up with some like ridiculous stuff.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Crazy stuff.
Oh,
When
yeah.
I write down all my jokes, they're just gonna be like different D&D characters. It's like this is a 6.2 with a 3-point potential scale. Just like-
Yeah.
Ooh yeah. So, well, I feel bad because yeah, I guess I won, so somebody's got to crown me, if that makes sense.
Yep. All right.
Wow. Do we really want to do it after he did that?
Yeah, I know.
Brother, no.
Well, I guess someone has to do it.
How about,
Somebody
a
has to crown
rule? How
me.
about a rule you can't win twice in a row? How about that?
Sure, we know who the real king is.
No, we should not. That's not a
No,
good
crown.
Oh, Addison!
Oh!
Dude, this is like the third time tonight, dude.
He's crowned himself.
Nah, it's fine.
I'm just kidding.
Sir,
I think that's fair. I think that's actually a fair.
No, I think you won fair and square.
I think-
we should keep the
yeah.
integrity of the game.
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah, you can take it.
So what is it next week?
Oh, yeah.
Do you
Gaming,
want to?
baby.
Well, I have a few. Do you want to do about video games? Or I was thinking either video games. We could do it about pets.
Video games I like. I like pets.
We can save pets for another week. I think we should do video games.
Okay.
We can
Yes.
circle back to pets on maybe the next one or something.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's the show, everybody.
Yeah, thanks for
Thanks
joining
for
us.
tuning in.
Thank you so much for watching, you guys. Peace and love.
Dilly
The
dilly.
round table. Dilly dilly.